Good morning, everyone. How are we all?
Good,
Very
thank you.
well.
Just to say it again before we start, we all use inclusive language. Racism and discrimination aren't welcome, and this is a safe, respectful environment where everyone feels like they can contribute and comfortable. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
Of course.
Um, Before we begin, can everyone please hold up their government issued ID just so I can cite them and it means that everyone's who they say they are? Just hold it up so I can see. Cool. Thank you. Um, I also need to let everyone know that they have the right to appeal this assessment task, which means if you are not satisfied with the result I give you at the end, which will either be competent or not yet competent, once this assessment task has been completed, you have the right to appeal, which is done through a formal complaints and appeals process. If the appeal is successful, the student will be offered to be trained further and the opportunity to retake the assessment will be given. So if you think you've passed, when I've said you failed, you can appeal that and then it will go through the system and multiple assessors will mark your work and see if they think that you are satisfactory when I said you're not.
Okay.
Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Hmm.
Yep.
Okay, so today, last week we went through three different assessment tasks, which were the time management plan, the written questions, and the verbal observation between the three of you. Is everyone still okay with that? We all still know what we're doing today?
Yep.
Yes.
So today we're going to be answering the written components, which is in your assessment workbook. And then once we've all
Mhm.
finished doing that, we're going to do the verbal component, which is like a conversation between the three of you guys.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
So did everyone find the time management plan okay? We've all completed that within the workbook?
Yes.
Yep.
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 Okay, cool. No one found it hard. No one had any questions. We've all been okay with it?
Yeah, it
No,
was
it
fine.
was good.
Okay, cool. Okay, so today first I'm going to run through both the assessment tasks we're going to be completing, which I just did. Please open up your workbooks and scroll down to the heading titled verbal questions. I know it says verbal, but we're going to be doing them as a written component this time. Has everyone found that?
Yep.
Yep.
Just under verbal/written questions.
Yep.
Um, okay, I'm going to start a 10-minute timer, and then when that timer goes off, you'll have to stop where you're at. Is everyone okay
Okay.
with that?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay,
of
so we're
course.
going to start at 6:14. So you guys will have till 6:24 to complete these tasks.
Yep. No problem.
Awesome.
Okay, so time starts now. Just letting you know you have 2 minutes left.
Okay.
I'm finished.
Very good.
Yeah, I'm done.
So everyone's finished?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
How did everyone find that? Was it okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually. It was good questions.
Okay, cool. So we're all happy to move on?
Yes.
Okay, so the third and final assessment is an observation discussion activity. I'm about to read to you the instructions for the assessment task, and then I'll provide a summary at the end, just so there's no confusion about the wording. Um, and yeah, so the assessment instructions for this one are, I'll again need to see ID before we continue on to this next part, but I can do that
Yep.
when we're just about to continue. A key requirement for planning time management is to be able to efficiently discuss your workload, your proposed strategies for managing this, and getting feedback and suggestions on your plans. Um, on your plans. In this task, you'll meet with your fellow colleagues, so you guys, and discuss some strategies to manage routine difficulties that may arise in your work role and ensure your plans would still meet the work goals and requirements. Um, I'm going to select a suitable challenge or problem that you may face. You should then discuss this with your colleagues and any possible ways you could manage this and adapt your plan. During this discussion, your assessor will be looking for that you can just demonstrate the following skills and knowledge. Discuss your work goals and how you plan and how your plan and role relates to the organization's goals. Be able to identify some factors that may affect your work plan. Discuss possible solutions and gain feedback from others. Identify and plan how you could improve in this discussion with your colleagues. Use listening and questioning techniques to seek information and confirm understanding. Use suitable language, phrasing, and pronunciation in this conversation. And also, we're not going to be swearing or using colloquial terms that could be misunderstood.
Yep.
Is everyone okay with that?
Yep.
Yep.
So the three of you will have a good conversation regarding the scenario I choose. When having this conversation, I'll be making sure the above points are being addressed. All of these need to be addressed in order to receive a satisfactory result. And the scenario that you'll be discussing is, after class today, their computer crashes and they lose their records from today. What do they need to retrieve? How long might it take? And what will it affect for their plan?
Mhm.
Once the assessment is over, I'll give you some time to adapt your plans based on the results of your discussion. Does anyone have any questions before we start?
No.
Okay, so begin discussing.
Yeah. Uh, there was so much work today, or so much work to do today, and now it's all gone. I'm so sorry my computer crashed and we lost the work we did today. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
We understand it's not your fault. We'll be able to catch up tomorrow. When we get the computer working again, I think we should split the workload this time instead of completing it as a group. That way, it won't take us long to catch up and we won't feel as though we're completing the whole task again. What do you guys think?
Yeah, that's a great idea. That way we can finish off the task faster and meet the deadline proposed by the assessor. Completing work tasks more efficiently is one of my goals. In the past, I haven't been able to meet deadlines when it's come to completing tasks and special take-home tasks since I couldn't find the motivation. Working with a group helps make me feel accountable as other people are also relying on me and my contribution.
Now that you have to redo this assessment due to reasons out of your control, what do you think would be some improvements that you could make?
I think we could improve on the language we use with our plan. Maybe we could make it sound a little more put together or sophisticated by using some of the terminology we have learnt within our course.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I think we could improve the layout too. Personally, I got confused on where we were up to. Maybe placing similar items together could make the document flow nicer.
Yeah, I agree with that. We could also make titles and new points more obvious by underlining them, even highlighting them, or changing the font color to kind of make them stand out. And people who need to read it know when to begin and when it stops and what new points there are.
Okay, so I love the plan we have going. I'm going to make a start. I'm going to email Britt and ask if she can send through the resources we needed for the task today.
That's a great idea. Tom and I will start allocating tasks to the three of us so that tomorrow we know who needs to complete which task. Hopefully, redoing this will only take one lesson. More so, we'll be able to submit the task at the end of tomorrow's lesson.
Amazing. Tom, do you have another form of technology you'll be able to access the resource from?
Yeah, I do actually. I have an iPad at home, and Mum has a laptop. I may be able to borrow for tomorrow.
Great. I'm glad we have a plan. I guess we'll see each other tomorrow.
See ya.
Bye.
You guys did amazing. You now will have a couple minutes to update your plans based on the results. But before that, does anyone have any questions or statements they would like to address before the end of this assessment?
No, I think it went really well. Excited to get the results back.
Well, I'll mark your assessment workbooks as well as review the notes I made based off of the task I just observed. You all did really well today. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will be in touch with your results when I have them.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Britt.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.